Hello fellow YouTubers, good afternoon, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you a video on how I bleach my palm oil or red oil for soap making. So if you've not subscribed to my channel, this is an opportunity to do so. If you've not commented, comment, chum bell. And if you've not been commenting, you've only been watching, you've not been commenting, comment. I remember I told you anything you want me to do for you, I'm willing and ready to do it. You want me to make any kind of soap for you, I'm willing to show you the videos. If it's Cremo, if it's soap, Molato, whatever kind of soap, I don't have problem with that. My daughters are helping me. Oh. I use firewood to do it, and I use a big pot. I usually bleach like 25 liters at a time, at once. I don't bleach it small. I bleach like 25 liters all at once. But today, for demonstration purposes, I'll be using only small. I'm bleaching only 4 liters, and I'm using gas. But to be more economical, I think it's better you use your firewood and you bleach it much at a time, so that you don't end up wasting time and energy bleaching palm oil. I only open this pot to show you, but usually I keep this pot covered for at least 30 minutes. Okay, you can see the palm oil is getting warm and it's smoking, so you keep it covered all the time to stop it from, so that this smoke will not come out and choke you. Once you put it on fire and you cover it, leave it for at least 30 minutes. If you're using more palm oil, leave it even longer than that. I've been bleaching this palm oil now for more than 30 minutes. Okay? I'm not doing this inside the kitchen now because the kitchen is hot and it's choking. Okay, so you get your piece of paper, a white piece of paper, I cut them into strips like this. You can see the way I cut this. You cut them into strips like this. So I'm going to pick one of the strips like this. Open the pot briefly. Put this inside the palm oil, then bring it out. Then check. If it's looking red, that means my palm oil is not yet ready. So I'll do that now. Okay, you can see the palm oil. I'm going to chuck this inside. You see? You can see my paper. It's looking red. That means my palm oil is not yet ready. So I'm going to cover it back again and come back after 20 minutes or thereabout.
Very beautiful red. So amazing, yeah.
So you can see the paper. It's still looking red. My palm oil is not yet well bleached. So I keep on trying, okay? I keep on. So this is my palm oil. See my paper? I don't know that I can see it. Let's go outside. So this is my paper. You can see it's looking almost, it's in short, it's transparent, but there's a little tint. You can see maybe by the side like this, you can see there's a little tint of yellow. There's a little tint of palm oil and red color on it. For me, this is okay. You don't have to bleach it until it's completely white. But if I should leave this to turn completely white, to use your soap, if you're going to use your oil to make soap for baking and for washing soap, you can allow it to bleach some more. By the time you put your paper in it to look more transparent than this. And since I'm also using food grade palm oil, this is also the same way you bleach your palm oil if you want to use it to make your Bengal soup or some of our native soups. That or your is it what do they call that kind of stew, man? There's a kind of stew they make with them bleached palm oil. This is the same way you bleach the palm oil, either for that soup, for your native soups, or for your local stew. It's the same way that this same method I'm using now that I used to bleach your oil for those daily. So hello everybody, I finished bleaching my palm oil. I just wanted to show you finally again how you know your palm oil is done. Okay, when you first put it on your pot, you cover it because of the smoke and fumes. Then after 30 minutes, you use your plain sheet of paper, you test. This is the first color I got. It's not yet okay. You cover it back again and leave it. After like 20 minutes or thereabout, you check again. This is the second one I got. At this level, I usually leave it like this. I can use it for both my bathing and for my washing soaps. Your soap will have a very light, beautiful yellow tint, but it's okay. Okay. This is my caustic soda. This is my glassware also. So now I'm going to pour in just a little bit of my caustic soda into my glassware, add some bit of water into it, stir it, allow it to dissolve, then put in my hydrometer and see where the reading will stop. Okay. If it's too concentrated, I will now add more water. If it's not concentrated enough, I'll add more caustic soda. Caustic soda. I hope you understand. So that's why I need to put only a little at a time. So I'll just leave it at this level first and then stir it up. I'll stir it up and make sure it dissolves completely before I start using my hydrometer to check for the specific gravity. So you can see it is a lot more transparent now. You can see all my soda ash, my caustic soda has dissolved. So and I get my hydrometer. This is my hydrometer. You can see it. This is the hydrometer. Now the reading from the red one, on the red one starts from 1100 and stops at 1200. Then the one on the white side starts from 1225 to 1250. Then for the green one, it starts from 1275 to 1300. We are interested in the green part. That is this from 1275. That is where our reading is supposed to stop for our laundry soap. So it's V5. So I'm going to put this now into my fluid, into my solution. Okay, allow it to bob and see where it will stop. You can see now my hydrometer is now floating. You can see the way it's moving, it's floating. It's not touching the base of my container. That is what I want. I don't want the hydrometer to touch the base of the container. Now, you see that line where the water and the hydrometer meet. That line is where I'm going to take my reading from. After it dissolves completely, I'll take the reading again. So I'm going to try one more time to insert my hydrometer and see the level at which it will stop. Insert, allow it to bob. Now the white part is out, the red part is completely out of my solution, but the green part is remaining small, just a little bit, to reach the level at which I want the specific density to be, which is 1275. So I'll add just a tiny little bit, stir it up again, put in my hydrometer and then take the reading again. So now I'll put my hydrometer in again. This is my hydrometer, I'm putting it in again. Wow, you can see it bobbing. It's maybe, I don't know if you can see, but you can see the tip of the green out. It is exactly at the level where I want it to be, at 1275. So you can use either 1250 or 1275 for your bar soap, but I'm using 1275 because it is more concentrated than 1250. You need your light solution that you've already gauged using your hydrometer. You can use a whisk, you can use a turning stick, and also you can use a stick blender. Okay, then you need your hand gloves, you need your spatula. Okay, then you need your oils. So I'm going to measure my oil now. My soap has already started a light trace. I'll mold it now. As usual, you need your already prepared and lined mold. But since we are doing soda soap, the traditional place or where it was poured is in tin cans. So I'll be using this as my tin can. Okay, that is all this our used pig milk and 3-count containers. That's what they usually use it for. This is what I'll be using for it. Then this is my caustic soda, and this is the bowl I'll be mixing my caustic soda in. I'll pour my caustic soda in here, then add water. Okay, so for your oils, as you can see, this is my bleached palm oil. If you look carefully, you will see that it has granules. It's not very smooth because it is cold. So what I usually do is I fetch a little bit of it. You can see it in my pot. I'm going to warm it up a bit, then I'll just mix it with this one. You understand? That's an easy way of warming it. It should not be hot too. It should just be warm enough. So that's how I'm going to warm this now. But another alternative is you could put it in the sun. Let's say you want to make this soap in the evening or in the afternoon. You can put this oil in the sun so that the heat of the sun will melt it up a bit. Then it will become warm. Okay, so I'm going to warm my oils and then come back. Guys, I'm back. Okay, here's my oil. I warmed it up a bit. So I'm going to turn it into this other oil now. You can see the beautiful color of my bleached palm oil. Okay, so by the time I turn it up now, I'll mix it up. Already this will make my oil. Already this will make my oil warm. You can see the color has changed. It's looking darker and it's now warm enough for me to make my soap with it. If I should make it like that with my granules, with the way it was before, with the granules in it, the way it was a bit coarse, it will affect my soap too. My soap will have tiny grains, but the way it's smooth like this, you can see how smooth it is. The way it is smooth like this is the best. So I'm going to make my lye water now and then start making my soap. So I've already poured in my caustic. I've already measured out my water and I'm mixing it up. You can see heat coming out, fumes are coming out, and everywhere is open. My windows are all open, my door is open. So I'll be mixing it now until the water turns transparent. I measured out my caustic, I measured out my water. Okay, as soon anytime I'm making my soap, my book is always close to me. I follow my calculations. Okay, so I'll be measuring. I'll be leaving it for some few minutes to cool down. Not only to cool down, but also to allow the sodium chloride, the sodium hydroxide to completely dissolve in the water. Then I'll get back to you. So now my people, my lye water has dissolved and it is transparent, as you can see. So I now start making my soap. The beauty of this soda soap is that the recipe is very simple. It is just a basic soap formulation, and this soap is very effective. But surprisingly, people take it for granted, or they look down on it, probably because it is very easy or it looks local. If this soda soap is made in the right way, honestly, it is as good as any other soap, especially if the properties that make it itch hands are taken off. So now this method I'm using, because I'm using the professional method, everything is calculated. There won't be excess caustic soda left It is the too much caustic soda that causes the itching and the peeling of hands. It is also the too much caustic soda that causes this soda soap to spoil clothes. It is also the too much caustic soda that causes this soda soap to spoil clothes, especially expensive wrappers and clothes with their colors. But because we've calculated everything and we've done everything the right way, this soap will not peel hands, this soap will not spoil your clothes, this soap will not itch after using. So this is just the basic recipe for soda soap. Your caustic soda and your water, then your oils. That is all. And basically that is all you need to make soap. Perfume is an additive, and as I always say, it is highly unnecessary. To me, it's even more effective for you to wash your clothes. Then get wooden balls that there are perfume balls. Get your perfume balls, put them in your wardrobe, or spray your clothes with the perfume. It lasts longer than you washing your clothes with perfumed soap, drying it in the sun. By the time you bring it in, most of the smell would have disappeared. And it's more, to me, it's more or less a waste. Okay? So this is the best. I like this soda soap very much. It is very, very simple. Basic thing. What you need to make your soap is your oil, your caustic soda, and your water. Believe you me, any other thing is an additive. Any other thing is jara. All those foam boosters, already your soap on its own will foam. Okay, that's why it is called foam booster, because it is just there to boost the foam that is already there. You don't need foam booster, you don't need what do they call these things? All this calcium and all those things. By the time you calculate the amount of money you use in buying them, you understand? And then you calculate the extra you'll be getting from the soap. It's as if you use 10 naira to buy them, the extra you'll be getting from the soap is 10 naira. If it tries highest, maybe the extra you'll be getting is 15 naira. You see? So it's almost not worth it. So you can see. Very simple. You mix your soap thoroughly. No perfume. No this, no that. No calcium, no kaolin. No fuss, no hassle. Simple and short. Go to the point. I need soap. This is soap. That is all. Okay, so we mix it well properly, and as you can see, the soap looks smooth. Is it not so? It looks smooth. There are no granules in it. If we had made it that other way, there might have been granules. Even though there is such a thing called heat transfer. You understand? Heat transfer would have melted off the granules. But you know, in the basic caustic soda formulation, they mix up the lye and then leave it for 3 to 4 days to ferment. Okay, but in this method, as you can see, I do not ferment because this method does not really need fermentation. So I'm going to cover it for some time. Allow it to heat up, then I'll pour into my containers, into my mold. So I'll leave it for some minutes, then come back. So I only brought these containers for demonstration purposes, but I cannot pour my soap into them because these are aluminium. If I pour soap here, aluminium, remember our soap, our caustic reacts with aluminium, it will not do. Okay, so I only brought them for demonstration purposes for you to see. This is the kind of thing, the milk cup things. Okay, so I'm going to pour just one here to show you how the shape usually looks like. So this is just it. So I'm going to keep this. So the remaining I'll pour into my mold, because for one, I don't think I have time to be pouring soap into gongoni, into tin cans. Okay, so even if I'm going to make soda soap, I'll cut it into square shapes, because that shape to me is So I'll be pouring my soap now. Very, very hot now. So I'll pour it into the mold. So So you insulate your soap. Oh. Insulate your soap. What I mean is you should cover it up properly. So for this soap, I'm done. This is the other smaller one. I'll cover it up too. I'm using this plastic to cover this one. I'll keep this one aside. Hello guys, welcome back. So this is our soap. This one here is the soda soap I made using the soda recipe. Here is the commercial soap I made using the commercial recipe. The difference is that this one has only my palm oil, my caustic soda, and these are the two of them. Okay, so I'm going to unmold now and cut them both. So let me start with the cutting the soda soap. This is the little one I made in the cup. You can see it. This is it. Okay, this is it. So let me start with the soda soap.